guys, this is Atari Bot, and I bet you didn't know I had a gaming channel. Slightly more popular than this channel. We're not here to talk about that. There's at least 10 of you out there that want me to talk about this. Or maybe 16, I think now, maybe, I don't know. I've been wanting to give this channel more love. I really do. And I think this project here just might be the thing I need to bust out of the mold of what every other YouTuber does. Let's just show you how to fix things. I'm going to show you how to fix things super cheap and in your yard. It's like an impossible task, right? Let me tell you, it's not so impossible. It's like these camera shots. Can be done, even with a garbage camera. Now, I paid I'm not going to discuss what I paid for this BMW, but I will say that you can find these around $1,000. Okay. I gave the guy. Well, no, I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want. It doesn't matter. Okay. The point is, you can find them. They're out there. And this isn't the new 530. This is the 530 that actually had a good engine in it. It wasn't a 4-banger with a crap turbo on it. Freaking 2-liter with a turbo. No, this was the big inline 6 3-liter. And then having all those cylinders in a row like that, you know, was just really great. You know, I mean, V6s were back, you know, on cars, they had some torque, you know. But you get these in all in a row, you get them high revs. At least that's my understanding of why people want inlines and stuff. But as you can see, this is the problem I had run into was there was holes in my valve cover. I bought the vehicle like that, that's why I got it so cheap. Okay. I had no idea what I was actually getting into. He said, oh, the window seals are cracking on it, you know, and they're easy enough to replace. I already replaced the back one. It just, you pull it out and you peel it. It almost peels like with a little metal frame. And I used one of those plastic squeegees that you use to put on car wrap, you know, and you might, I don't know if it was for car wrap. I think it was for car wrap, but it's like 5 inches wide, 6 inches wide or something. It was a nice little big thing, you know, but maybe 4 inches wide. But I use that to push in the new seal, you know, and you just basically, if you put that rear seal in and you get the one from BMW, as I did, you want to start in those corners, the top corners, and then kind of push them down all the way down around to the bottom. And if you do the bottom seal, do it after you do the top one. That's it. This is when I first got it. Right now I'm narrating to this because I'm catching you up on what's... If you didn't watch the I Have a New Toy video I did, this is basically what I'd revealed was that I had got a 2006.
Gotta use that for now.
530.
But yeah. So here's what we're looking at.
See, now I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Don't say now and then leave dead space.
This is an N52.
An N52.
BMW
Speak clearly.
3.0 liter, inline 6.
Yeah,
with the Vanos stuff.
Vanos stuff. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. This guy has no clue.
See here, I got the car with the broken timing chain guide here.
I had no idea what was actually wrong. Come to find out, it jumped 2 teeth. I'm sitting there trying to wiggle stuff.
Anyway,
yeah.
The chain seems tight.
Ooh, the chain is tight.
And all the The rockers seem in
they're
place
there.
and solid,
Yeah.
not wiggling around.
See, what I didn't think about at the time, I knew this was an interference engine, but, you know, I was just hoping. Look at all
It
that.
looks like
It came off real easy, though. It cleaned up nice.
someone's changed the Vanos. There's two Vanos sensors there. And no spark plugs were done. And we know that we have the spark plug in this back one was arcing real bad. Light surface rust here. Don't freak out, that's not a big deal. It's not as big a deal as it seems. We're going to clean that off a little bit. And then we're going to clean all this up. We're going to put a new chain in it. It looks wet down there. Let's see right there. No idea. But what we're going to do, we're going to take that crank pulley off. Take the Vanos sensors out. Yeah, it's going to be fun. All that comes out. And there's a locking pin. It'll go down there somewhere. Into that bell housing. Lock the flywheel on the top dead center. And once that's locked, then we can do our cams and chain and all that. So the reason I'm starting with that is, yeah, I don't know what the cam ledges look like. And the popular theory is that the cam ledges wear out, and I just don't know. It's just the thing. This car, I got a good deal. Bought one of those bargain 530i's with the N52, but it has high mileage, very high mileage. And you know, when you see this stuff here, it makes you think that maybe the oil changes haven't been done as often, or something happened, or some were skipped. So it's not promising for these cam ledges. That'd be some sort of gorilla grip, huh? Be able to take that off by hand. What was that? Okay, but yeah. Let's do some unboxing. That's that camper. I was going to put it on that trailer. I've got a trailer project that just it's never happened. But now it's kind of a table for me to show you stuff. So what we have done is found this on Amazon. Anyway. Oh, comes with these. All I know is it'll let me lock the engine into top dead center so I can work on the cams and stuff. Put a new timing chain on it. You have to have this tool to do it. It's like a bunch of tools in one. It cannot be where that was supposed to go. This comes from Mocha Motorsports. Timing chain kit. Not bad. That's part number. You guys are wondering. Anybody, any of those petrol heads out there, gotta know my part number I got and what I have. Anyway. Yeah. It comes with all this. New gear. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I am going to use that. That seems like it's such a pain. The tensioner. I don't know what that is. That's the guide that goes up top. Oh, that's the one that broke. That's the piece that broke. That's missing. Okay. That's what's supposed to be there. Anyway. Yeah. And we got one more box. This thing had some sort of crazy magnesium valve cover on it. It's like $500, $600, you know. Anyway, this is the plastic one. Originally this came with a magnesium valve cover, but that magnesium valve cover didn't hold up. And BMW switched to this special plastic formula valve cover for a reason. And yet it's cheaper. It's $100, buy it, guys. You can get it for $100 off Amazon. That should tell you something. Those of you insisting on having that magnesium valve cover, think about it. Look at that. It's not bad. All these gaskets, and more importantly, the PCV system is up here, so it's going to be a little different, but it should fit. It should work.
I want to make some things clear here. I am trying to take a vehicle and not sink much more than $1,000 into it and come out with a $10,000 vehicle. That's my idea. That's my, well, it's not like I'm the only one out there that has these dreams and thoughts and ideas. But that's my goal here, and that's why I'm not spending a whole lot of money, you know. I'm gonna end up selling this vehicle. It doesn't mean I want it to be bad though. I'm just doing it right for the best price I can do it at. Alright, that said, what we are doing here is inspecting the cams. I've decided, and I know this is controversial, but I decided to not remove the cams because there's a many of them out there with tons of miles that didn't remove the cams, and they're fine. You know, yes, they could have that cam ledge damage, but there may be some buildup there, some varnish that may actually be fine as long as you flush out those passages and everything. And so, you know, after what I could tell, these cams are perfect. They've been cooked in, they're perfect. I don't want to mess that up. That's the other thing, is that from the factory, these cams, they're not fully forged until the engine's been like well run. And once it's done, it's done. And it's like they're cooked in, so to speak, you know. And people don't quite understand what. To me, that's a big deal. You know, if whatever's perfect is perfect, you should leave perfect alone. You know, and so to, you know, if I decided against. I don't see evidence of the wear outside of the cam. You know, but if this is something, there's possibility there's damage I can't see. But after turning the cam, very little of course, because I don't want to smash the valves. But after some movement on the cams and inspecting everything, I decided not to remove them. So what we're going to be doing is replacing the timing chain. We're going to remove the oil pan and remove any trash and find out what's fallen down there and what may have got trapped. Try to clean up as much as possible, get everything cleaned up. you know, and but we're not going to remove the head. So yeah, you know, are we going to get every crevice? Maybe not, but we're going to get quite a bit.
No, really, it's been 2 days. It rained for like 2 days straight, and yeah, I'm not too thrilled about it.
That's cardboard, not dirt.
I mistakenly thought if I put the tarp over everything right and the car cover, I had the car cover and the tarp on top of the car cover, and it was a big tarp. For reference, I have giant hands, by the way. These are about 1 inch. Starts going down a little bit that way. Goes back up, starts going back down a little bit that way. This is definitely top dead center. Okay. And if you could look, this hole is all the way down here. That's it. We're gonna move the camera. You get the idea. You know, we're pretty much on top dead center now. So this is jump time. For sure has jump time. Then of course we're gonna be taking off a pulley and a seal, which I already got the seal. I already knew I was gonna be doing this, but I forgot to get the crank bolt, and I don't want to reuse that bolt. Now here it's not good. Shouldn't reuse that bolt. Maybe I'll reuse that bolt. Okay, sadly, I had recorded some footage with my cell phone. And as you can imagine, all that footage came out pretty much not horizontal, but upright and bad and all over the place, and not recording the things I wanted to record, really. And it just looked bad. Anyway, what you really need to know is this pin here is going to go into the transmission, and I'm going to lock where the hole is. You can actually reach. It's not like blocked by the starter or anything, but it's in a tight spot. You kind of have to, almost have to feel for it more than look for it. But you can, you know, with whatever, you know, you can get eyes on it. You know, I did not remove my intake. What I did to get my oil pan out in the yard was I supported the engine with that engine support you see on top. I came really close to where the headlights are, and while supporting the engine, I disconnected the motor mounts, just the two on top, those two bolts. I believe they're 18 millimeters, but I could be wrong. Now, I wanted to drop the engine cradle because that's what was blocking me from getting the oil pan out. So I'm putting this board under here. I'm gonna tell you, I think all those bolts are 18s or something close to that. I don't know. I'm horrible, aren't I? Might have been 21s. But anyway, there's 6 of these engine cradle bolts that's hold to hold the suspension. You gotta take this aluminum plate and the plastic stuff down too. Now, don't get me wrong, a bunch of 7 millimeters and who knows what, you know, some Phillips heads. Anyway, after you take out 500,000 bolts from underneath, take all the panels out and everything, and the silver skid plate that warns you, hey, don't drive this car or the whole freaking front end might fall apart on you. So take all that off, and then you're gonna find that there's these 6 bolts holding the engine cradle on, or the whole front suspension thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hang all of this off the struts, while at the same time holding the engine up with
the engine brace holder thingy up there. I'm not good with words, people. Anyway, where I come from, we ain't good with them words. Anyway, we got our Harbor Freight jack stands holding up the vehicle as well. So with the vehicle supported in the middle there and the engine supported on the front, I'm going to take out all 6 bolts from the subframe thingy. And the 2 in the back and the 2 in the front aren't too hard to get to. They're not too hard to find. The ones that are hard that you're gonna may need some wobble extensions and such are the ones in the middle. And they're, you know, around where the I want to say like steering linkage and stuff goes through. You know, it's in or around CV axles or something. I don't know. It's a weird spot. No, this ain't all-wheel drive. I don't know what I'm talking about. Aren't you glad you're on my channel? So good. I've got decades of experience, and this is how I am, people. I still look every other car I'm working on, I'm looking stuff up on Google. There's no mechanic out there that knows everything. That's one thing I've learned after all these years. Just do it. That's why I play around a lot, like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. That's my phone. I'm sorry, I'm not going to edit that out. But anyway, yeah, I was trying to get camera stuff with my phone, and it just wasn't working out for me too well. Any case, that's how I got the transmission pan out, and I didn't remove the cooler lines for the transmission or any of that.
I was just gonna start spraying this down with soap and cleaner and stuff. Then I thought, you know, I don't know about these oil-soaked parts. Oil and water don't go well together. So I'm gonna clean these off with more of an oil-based cleaner. And I'll clean the pan with soap and water. It's the best thing to clean metal parts off with, I think.
I can't think of any more stupid words to say about an oil pan. But then there's an oil pan. Okay, I can't. No.
Yeah. One thing for sure, we're not gonna polish
We're done with
this.
this.
It doesn't look bad. It's all aluminum, I know. And when I cleaned it, the metal smoothed down a little bit. But let me tell you, we are not going to polish this oil pan. I know it's smooth aluminum, however you want to say it in any country. I can't even say it right in our country. Been watching too many those European videos because Beamers are mostly, I'm sorry, Bimmers. They don't like it when you call them Beamers. In America, we call them Beamers. Anyway, we're not going to polish this, okay? We're not going to polish an oil pan. Nobody can see the oil pan. Nobody will see this. No one. Nobody will see this oil pan. It's under the car. So only a total idiot, only the dumbest of the dummy YouTubers are going out there and polishing their oil pan. Because, listen, there's no performance benefit whatsoever. Nothing. There's no need. And there's a cover that goes on over this. So don't do it. Just my best advice to you, don't polish this oil pan. There's no damn reason to be polishing your freaking oil pan, people. Do you hear me? Alright, let's move on with the video. Okay, so you want to change your serpentine belt, but you're really lazy. Here's the thing. You need this. You need a T60. You need an 1.25" extension. Long handle ratchet. Preferably with this flex set. Now, you can use a longer extension, but real BMW mechanics get their wrenches really close to those plastic fittings and hoses so they can snap them when things get crazy. Now, you get more torque with a shorter extension. You just want to be real careful around these. You can use a longer, like I said, longer extension if you want. It doesn't matter. And it's tight. It's tight. So you gotta put. That's why I like to use this shorter extension. All right, now I wanted to take a minute to talk about the tools necessary to remove the plug. Now, first, your plug might be a bit longer, but this is the plug I took out. See, it's that nice, weird, yucky color. That's that. Now, originally, you will start out using this tool here. And you're going to hook into this and gently pull it out. But if it doesn't come out and it ends up doing that, then you're going to want to take some other tools to dig away and try to pick, you know, at it until you get the rest of that out, because it's about that much. It's twice this length. So if yeah, chances are you're gonna have a ways to go. I spent a good portion yesterday. I had to go buy some more tools because I didn't have this one. I lost it somewhere. So now I'm back again today to throw a few more hours into digging that piece out. Some more tools. Those tools you're going to need to remove that plug.
And here I am using a 1/2" breaker bar attached to the deep sockets hook onto the crank bolt, and the jack handle I had it on there just to get the extra torque I needed to break that bolt free. It has, if you look up the exact BMW specifications, it's about 1 million pounds of torque. Something about maybe 1 billion, somewhere in there. It's a lot of torque. It's a lot of torque, and unfortunately I have that kind of strength. And that using the jack handle, you know, helps out. No, you know what? I mean, seriously, it's so much that, I was like, man, I don't want to knock the car off the jack stands, There's a lot. It's tight. But yeah, it it I got it loose. Got it out of there. Life moved on. All right, go. Keep saying first thing we're gonna do. Like it's the first thing I've been doing. First thing we're gonna do though is we're gonna remove this pulley. You're gonna need an E10 and a 3/8 ratchet. Huh. You know what I did? Future note. You should take those E10s off first, then loosen the crank bolt. Otherwise, shit. Damn it. Alright. Guess we're going to take this fan out now. I wasn't going to take this fan out, but now I need space. Damn it. Can't believe I did that. I gotta take all this shit off. Damn it. Alright, now we're gonna remove our tensioner bolt. You need a 27. Alright, you need a 27 millimeter. You can use a ratchet, socket, whatever. Whatever gets you in there. It's right below, right to the left of this Vanos gear here. This timing sprocket. Everybody likes to call them Vanos. Vanos everything. Everything's Vanos. And there's really just regular names for things. Fits better in there, I thought. Thought it would. Alright. Now we're just going to take it out. It doesn't matter right now. We have our marks set up. If you unscrew it quickly, it comes out easier. It uses a mix of hydraulic pressure from the engine oil and spring pressure. Pull our old tensioner out. Seems to work. We got a new one. Alright, now you're gonna need an 8mm to remove these plugs here, so you can get to these bolts here that hold your tensioner stuff. That one doesn't even look that tight. Anyway, so you got one here, and there's gonna be one down here
behind the pulley, and we're probably gonna have to slide that pulley out to get to that. There's one on the right here too, but don't bother taking that one. Just take out the one on the left. The one on the right is gonna go to your balancer oil pump chain. So don't even worry about that one. We're only gonna bother with the one on the left because it's this one that's holding these. And I think that's it. I don't think there's I think that's the only bolts, just those 4 bolts. That one plug here by the crank, plug up here, and these 2 bolts. Let's see. Also, I think I'm gonna set up the that Vanos stuff now because I don't want these cams to get crazy and spin everywhere. Not that I think they're gonna spin everywhere. I also got to take out the Vanos, which are held in by a couple 10mm bolts. Maybe I'll just go ahead and take those loose. The other one. Gently work these out, twist them. They're gonna have to come out anyway. Okay. Top one. Looks really nice, actually. Top. Pretty sure they're the same. Pretty much plug. Hook pick. The hook helps get these tricky ones where you gotta do something. I'm also gonna take out, I think these are E10s here. Well, maybe not. Probably just leave this in, unless it's really bothering you, want it out of the way. The reason I say that is because over here is an outlet that tends to break on everyone. I bought a new one anyway, and I never took this apart. So, but I imagine I'm going to take that out, and it'll probably break. Let's get out their other Vanos here. Give it a little twist. Just work it gently. There's a little suction cup feel to it. It wants to pull back in. There we go. These are not that pretty. I mean, they look nice, but it's like somebody replaced them. But I don't know. Look how grimy that looks. How new could these be? Everything looks so clean on the inside, right? It's crazy. They do look identical. But I have 2 brand new ones as well. Oh look, O-ring. O-ring. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to lose O-rings. Oh no, I'm just going to wipe out this a little bit. Stuff's in there, you want it to wipe it out, not in, right?
Better out than in. Better out than in. Better out than in.
Now I'm hoping that the tool doesn't interfere too much with what I have to do with the chain. But we just don't know until we try this out and see. Old gaskets help me hold wires back. Alright. So let's get the tool out. As I was saying, you want to grab your 16mm wrench. Ooh. We got it. Alright. All because I had to loosen that crank bolt. Don't loosen the crank bolt till last. How about that? Little heads up. Don't do it the way I'm doing it. Don't you read my disclaimer, Pete? Nobody reads my disclaimer. As you can see there's our bolt. That won't come out. I've tried everything. Can't tell me. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that knows a better way. But for now, this is going to be the end of part 1, folks. See, now you got to subscribe. You got to find out what happens, how I dig myself out of this hole. I made a lot of promises to you people, but I'm going to keep good on my promise. This thing's going to run, and it's not going to cost much. And you're going to see how to get yourself a vehicle like this. It may be maximum effort, but you know what? The end result's going to be worth it. You're going to run into problems like this, especially 180,000 miles. You know, this is an 06. Things happen. It does not look pretty down there. So I am going to definitely be doing that front seal. And I know I was debating it before, but now I'm going to be removing this whole front clip piece here, so I can get the radiator, not the radiator, but the fan out at least. I might take the radiator, we'll see. We got issues, people. We got issues because something else happened while we've had the engine jacked up all this time. That's not windshield washer fluid. Nope. I believe that's coming from right there, around this elbow. It's just dripping down, and it's maybe it's the O-ring being pulled a little tightly. So maybe I could take that out, put a new O-ring in it, you know, and put it back together, and it'd probably be okay. But if a piece of plastic is cracked somewhere, then I'm going to be either replacing a radiator now or an elbow. But certainly tune in later, catch part 2, because you're not going to want to miss this. You've never seen anybody do this, guarantee you. We're going to go ahead and get that crank pulley out too the rest of the way. But like I said, my advice to anybody else would have been probably take that pulley off first. But if you've made the same mistake I've made, continue part 2 and you'll see how to solve this. All these problems and more. Alright, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good outro. Alright guys. Thanks for watching. And joining me on my little nightmare. Been fun. See you in part 2.